This week we are live on the Reseller Locker Room podcast. Stick around. This is going to be fun.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
What's up, ladies and gents? This is the Reseller Locker Room Live. My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker, Alex, the Beard King Picker, and Jefferson.
What's going on?
Ben's fine.
Hey, everybody.
What's up? Hi, wifey. In the chat first.
Hola, ¿cómo estás usted? Maybe we need to get bilingual on this show, and do some Spanish. ¿Cómo estás?
Only for ordering tacos.
Yes, Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah.
What's going on, boys?
Not much.
Not much at all. Trying to stay busy. I didn't do a very good job at that today because the eBay app was being retarded. So I planned to list like 30 items today, and I've listed none.
Oh.
Didn't you tell me earlier on the phone, Alex, that you got something happened to your Amazon account again?
It got deactivated for weird address, not the incorrect address. So not the correct address. I had to send my ID to them again, and now I have to change. I had to send them my bank information and all that. So it's for like 2 days. It said channel might be deactivated or account. So
all right.
I spent
Okay.
the last couple of days trying to figure that nonsense out, but
Well, it has been a mighty long spell since we've done a live here in the locker room. We want to say hi to Tina with the Lake Exchange. That's a long name, isn't it? Tina with the Lake Exchange. Jason, Lux Garage. That's cool. And then we got Happy Picker, Pocket Change, Reselling Podcast logged in as well.
how does that work? Isn't he here?
Yes.
Well, I went into chat. Don't you have to log into the chat?
No.
I tried to use my CJ Benz one, and it wouldn't let me. So because I'm logged in as this. So,
Hey, but people remember it, Tina says. Yeah, Tina with the Lake Exchange. We exchange lakes for a living, How big is your lake? Oh, my lake's a little bit bigger than yours. Okay, how about we exchange?
I don't think that's what it is, but
flood
I know it's not what it is.
I don't know.
But anyway.
Well, what's going on? What's up with you guys? Anything new?
Went on a listing tear Sunday.
Yo. Okay, so you said you listed $2,000 worth of things. What did you list? Did you finally list all those clothes above your head?
No, still ain't done that. This huge
Lake Michigan, that makes sense.
This huge mantle clock. So that went on for $1,200. And it sets above your fireplace or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then these presidents that, if you've watched previous episodes, I bought a collection of presidents. Well, I listed the bigger ones.
Yeah.
And those are like $60.99 a piece. And I listed slews of those. So yeah, it's
how many's in a slew?
I don't know. Baker's dozen is,
less than a mass, right? A mass.
Well, Baker's dozen is 13, so it's got to be. It's more than that. So,
why is there 13 in a baker's dozen? Because the chef gets to eat one, and
yes,
so still a dozen.
Yes,
that makes sense.
Very good.
That is a weird one.
It makes sense though.
I went to the bins and I got some Muppets. They had Muppet like puppets. Like my favorite was
Animal.
Fozzie Bear. No, Animal's
Fozzie
cool.
Bear.
Fozzie Bear because he's a comedian. But they had Miss Piggy and all those different ones. So I got a bunch of those. It made me think of jokes, right? So
why? Because you're busy sticking your hand in puppets.
Yeah, well, you're sticking. Yeah, no, that's not it. But no. Why doesn't Miss Piggy ever
sticking your hand up puppets' butts?
Why doesn't Miss Piggy ever count past 69 or 70? Damn it, that's the joke up.
Oh.
Why can't Miss Piggy count to 70?
Why?
Because she always gets a frog in her throat when she gets to 69. That's an old
Lord.
joke I thought of while I was there. And then, what's green and smells like pork?
What? I'm scared to ask.
Kermit's finger.
Uh,
All right, so that's all the jokes I can remember from my childhood.
in your childhood, I thought you just made them up at the Goodwill bin.
I think I made them up when I was a kid.
Ah.
Hey, Don Flippin has joined us. Welcome in, Don. No, this is not going to be every Tuesday night. We just thought we haven't done a live in a while, and here we are. Easy Chris is here.
What's up, Chris? How you doing? Hope all is well with you, man.
Yeah, buddy. Ain't heard from you in a spell. Hope you're doing well.
Heard from you in a spell. Hope you mean to make that rhyme?
Yep. Just like when he said in chat earlier this morning, rag top down so my hair can flow.
Yeah.
We're on a roll, baby.
All good here. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't go sourcing today. I was planning on going to the bins today too, and then I didn't do that because I have a ton of books, so there's no reason for me to go buy more.
Yeah.
But
Get them listed.
That makes
if I
sense.
would have drove there, the app wasn't working anyway, so I couldn't, even
You should
looking.
ask everybody in chat if they experienced that, Alex.
Yeah, so taking pictures of items, nothing was popping up. It was saying 0 listings found. And even when I would type in the item and you went to sold comps, there were 0 sold comps. And I did it with products that I knew there was sold comps on. So
And this was on the eBay app this morning?
Yeah, this morning. So I spent the day on the eBay message forums trying to figure out, and a lot of other people did say it was happening too. So there's some people that did experience the same thing. I checked it at 12:30 and it was back on. So
okay.
The whole morning I didn't work at all. I was just watching the weird Kanye West interview. The picture I sent you.
Yeah. I'd heard about that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Don says he didn't list today. That's a shame. Don't worry, Don. There's a lot of us that don't do it daily.
Well, I did end and sell similar 100 items today, which it did work because I ended and sold similar cassette country Christmas tapes, a lot of them, and they sold for $20. I think it was like a lot of 6 for $20, and they've been sitting for a while. So maybe when me and actually Jason Luck went to the bins, we found a whole bunch of tapes. They might have came that day when we went there because I lotted a lot of those tapes together.
Happy did not have any issues today. Let me tell you what, in this business, if you have a day with no issues, you're batting 1,000. That's great.
Yeah, I've had a lot of issues lately with Amazon, now eBay, issues in my head, all sorts of things.
Our diecast Wonder Boy said, I couldn't ship for 30 minutes this morning, saying not available. Check back.
Eat some prunes. That always helps me ship.
Yeah.
I shipped my pants the other day. It was fun.
That was the best when Kmart did that. That was right near the end when it was just about over. They were in the boardroom and they're like, hey, what are we going to do? We got to do something really crazy. How about we
ship my bed?
Exactly. Like you knew it was done.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. And then they were selling stuff really cheap, trying to get the online business. And I found all these shirts for like $3 or $4, and I'm a 3X. I'm like, that's so great. And then one of the executives came to the building I was running in Florida or in California, and I explained to him how I got all these all these shirts shipped to me, and then I paid one shipping fee, but they sent them in all these boxes. And I said, isn't that crazy? They had to spend more on shipping than I spent. And all he said was, wow, you buy clothes at Kmart? You just couldn't believe I bought a shirt at Kmart. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not making your kind of money.
Oh. Well, Don said he had a return from Karen. She said the coveralls I sold her smelled like smoke. I don't smoke, and where I got them from, they don't smoke. And I did a USPS claim, LOL, for damaged goods. Yeah, I've had that happen before.
Sounds like they had one of your customers, Ben. I mean,
yes.
Isn't Karen your best customer?
Yeah. But neither here nor there. What I was going to tell you, Alex, when we were on the phone, I was going to tell you something. I thought wait till we get to the show.
And now you forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know what it was, but anyway, it's good to see all of the good reselling fine folk in here with us tonight. And if you know anybody that's a friend of yours that's not currently here in the room with us, send them an invite and tell them to come in here and join us because we're going to give away $1,000. Just kidding.
Yep.
Psych! April Fools.
Yeah,
Coming out
exactly.
of Jefferson's pocket, right?
Yeah, I'll give you $1,000 worth of advice. We can do that, can't we, fellas?
So, where did you come across this clock that you listed? I thought you listed like a ton of items, but you only listed like 2 things.
That's
No.
cheating.
One.
I listed
one was
$2,000.
59. Yeah.
87% one item.
I listed the clock and the presidential figures. But the clock came from a friend of mine who got it for free and said, "Hey, man, I know you do eBay. Do you want this?" I said, "Yep, I sure do." So there you go. I listed it.
Nice.
Chad, Wolfman Goodies, paid member of the locker room, is in here with us. Good to have you.
Coming back at you.
Coming back at you.
I'll take 1,000 books. I don't have 1,000 books to give you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
anyway. Okay.
What you got?
So last week's episode was, by the amount of comments we got, was a pretty good one. Thanks to Shane O'Mac for that thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we're probably going to do in the future here in the locker room, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to utilize AI to actually take our places to do the show.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway,
Be the best show ever.
Yeah.
At least the one we put out.
But no, we wanted to come on and do a live because, we love hanging with the fellow resellers here in the chat. And if anybody got questions, comments, stories, feel free to post them in there. We'll put them up on the screen. Unless you're cussing and acting weird, we won't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Well, yeah, you're the only one that does that.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? I found at the bins, I found this book. I think Karma's Real after I read it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm probably going to try 4 or 5 of the positions in it. Yeah.
Oh, the other type of karma.
The Karma Sutra. Yeah.
Okay.
It was really cool.
So they have a only section, so it's just by yourself or what?
Yeah.
We're not getting into that discussion, boys.
It's like the karma.
The Karma single.
Yeah, it's karma single self-help book.
Yeah, it is. It's a you with a flashlight.
So I remember what it was, Alex.
Okay.
So I think I've told this story on a previous episode that I had a buyer. He was a repeat buyer. So that's key. Remember that bought a presidential figure of Abraham Lincoln. And I have 3 different ones they look slightly different. Well, in haste and getting in a hurry, I shipped him out the wrong one because I didn't pay careful, critical attention to the picture of said item. So I send out this Lincoln. The next day after I dropped it, I realized, I bet I sent him the wrong one. I looked it up. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So I try to cut him off at the pass. I'll go ahead and message him before he even gets it. And I say, "Hey, I accidentally sent you the wrong one. When you get it, please when you get it, confirm this with me. I'm going to ship you out the correct one with a return shipping label to ship the wrong one back to me." Now, I've gone on rants over the last year or so since doing this show about how some buyers just really suck. And, I've even threatened some of the buyers on the show. Yeah. But long story short, the dude got the item. He goes, "Yeah, I've already got this one." I said, "Great. The new one's on its way. Just send me the old one back with the shipping label." So, it came in today.
Okay.
So this kind of redeems my faith that there are good buyers out there.
Yeah.
That he was honest. I mean, he could have kept the wrong one and the other one too, and what could I have done about it? So anyway, he did send it back. So I just wanted to give kudos to that repeat buyer that he sent the wrong one back to me, which I greatly appreciate. Mary is here, and Woody.
We got Woody and Grams and Pops. I'm pretty sure it's Corey just came in. I want to make an announcement that Corey's in here real quick. Tomorrow over on the district app at thecrookedspine.com, we're going to be doing a raid train of all books. So Grands and Pop Vintage is going on at 6 p.m. Central Time, followed by me. And then we have at 8 o'clock, Buck Mountain Barnes is going to be selling books too. So go download the district app and the Crooked Spine. Go follow us over there. Beard King K28, you'll get $5 to spend if you use that code when you sign up.
Awesome. Now you going to push some more of your Playboys or what?
No, I'm taking a break from the Playboy shows. Man, that was an awful show. It was rough. I've done that mistake twice where I don't take the pictures of them, and it's just a pain in the butt. So every time you run a new one, if it doesn't sell, you have to retype in all the information and the weight and then run it. So there was a weird like pause that shouldn't have been there,
Yeah.
I think I could have sold more if it was done a little bit quicker and smoother. And I couldn't see the chat. I sold one Playboy and I have no idea who bought it. I've tried to watch like the video replay and I still can't figure out which one sold. So I'm gonna have to cancel. I'm gonna have to cancel one of those books. So, and I even said to myself, I was mad. I'm not doing live selling anymore. And then Corey asked me today. I'm like, I'll do it. So hopefully I'll have better luck over on the district app. It's gonna be my first official live show.
Jefferson, you ain't been around me long enough to pick up what he just said, but Alex, who does that sound like? This show sucked. I'm not going to do it anymore. Who does this? Who does this?
That's your job.
I would think you.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't doing it anymore. I'm done.
If we're picking who's here and you said Alex said it and it's not me, it's about you. It's simple. I ain't real good with the numbers, but
Look at Mary's little
yes.
What is that? A Cincinnati Red something? She's in front of the mascot. Okay, that's what it is. So she thought this live was an April Fool's joke. Mary, you ought to know better. I ain't gonna fudge you.
Yeah, Rocky's not that funny.
No, I'm not. Mascot of the Reds. Go Yanks. They hit over 9 home runs in a game the other day, man. They're undefeated.
In what, week 5 or week 1?
Since Mary is in here and I told her that we would cover her community huddle, do you want to read that real quick, Ben, if you can find it? And we can have the chat weigh in on this.
Yeah, let's cut to this segment real quick. This is the community huddle. And if you watch our show on the regular, which I hope that you do, it's not every show, but the majority. This is where you can express your ideas, thoughts, opinions, tell stories about your reselling journey, questions, whatnot. And we've got one that Mary had put and Alex deemed it to read during the community huddle. So, where is it, Alex? Is it?
I don't know, but apparently the Yankees have a cheater bat. I don't know anything about that.
No, they deemed it legal.
It is it's in the comments under Mary.
Okay.
I would read it, but apparently I have low iron and I can't see straight, according to Dr. Jefferson.
Yeah, well, that's what I think that's what it is. We're not the self-diagnosed anything. We're not trying to steal nothing from nobody. We're just saying.
Give me a minute here. There's a lot of them.
Wouldn't it, if I had low iron all the time, wouldn't it like happen more regularly though?
Okay, here it is.
I don't know.
So you guys know I don't sell on eBay anymore, but I was wondering how you think it affects Google search when they delist and relist your items every month, unless you do it manually. Sometimes it takes Google 30 days or more to pick up a listing. So I would think it would affect your Google search, but what are your thoughts?
So, yeah, I mean, I read about that a while back. Yes, it can take up to 30 days for it to pick up any listing you put on to eBay. But if you're in a high demand category, when you do that, it takes you and puts you to the top of eBay again. So I think whatever chance you have for it to get on Google so it can sell out there is outweighed by being able to push it to the top every time you push it to the top. So that's my thought process. But yes.
Don't you have to pay extra to get outside
That's
listings now? That's what I thought.
No, I think there's a percentage. Yes. I mean, to go outside on like if somebody types in, I do think you have to pay for that, but there is a percentage of the Google search. So if somebody was looking for something specific that there's only one or two of, it's going to show up for free. Just like on eBay, you end up at the higher level. If there's only 4 of an item, you don't need to promote it because it's going to be in the top 20. It's always going to show up. Same thing for Google. It depends, right? So I think if you had something that was like very rare, you probably wouldn't be having to relist it.
Okay.
Or close it. But, everything I have, nothing goes over 90 days. And because I pay for the high store level and I got rid of all my stuff, I've been like 100 a day every day, just shutting them down and restarting them. And if I've gotten some sales, it does work. It gets you to that top level. I mean, but yes, I think you're hurting yourself in the Google search, but I don't know how good the Google search works if you aren't paying, if you're in a high demographic, like if you're selling a polo jersey or something like that, you probably you have to pay to get to Google.
Yeah.
We want to say hi to Larry Way Out 1.
I'm pretty sure Larry was at the Nashville meetup last year, unless I'm mistaken. I thought it was Larry that found a book at the bins, and I just sold it like 2 weeks ago. Something
of course,
he picked.
Mary's always got to ring in. My Macari, Posh, and district listings show up on Google, and I don't pay extra. Well, good for you!
But they don't have a program to reduce it and push the other ones forward.
Thanks for letting us know that, Mary.
Jeez.
She's just an eBay hater.
Right.
Chad, I have 0 sales on eBay today.
Okay. Congratulations. So what is your video about today? 0 sales?
That shocks me because that kid's always got sales.
You're a brat, Ben. I agree, Mary. You're being a little brat doll. You and
She's
your
the
dolls.
Valley girl. Remember that always, Valley girl. Because you remember when Alex, when she first started posting in here in this show, and she had that Valley. I could read her text and hear her in my head before I even met her. Valley.
She doesn't sound like a Valley girl in person at all.
Yeah,
totally.
Oh, Tina has 3 sales. Considering I was out of town for 8 days, I'll take them. Yep. Old Woody the Woodster build me a barn in a shed all the time because I'm on a tractor doing a live. Has goose egg there too.
I'm on a tractor doing a live. Did he
Big
go live
Trot.
from a tractor?
That's a new name. Big Trot. Welcome into the locker room. Do you know this fella? You guys know this fella?
Yes. Yes, I've seen the name before.
All right.
All right. Welcome, Trout.
Yep. But anyway.
Yeah, he's from Tennessee.
He is?
If I think it's the same person.
Been drinking, Chris says. Leave it to Chris to point out all the. Well, I haven't been drinking actually, but yeah, he's from Tennessee.
Yeah, so he's the guy that told me about the bookstore I drove 2 hours to go check out.
Yeah.
What was that, like last week? He was asking me today on Instagram if there's any other resellers from Tennessee. So down below is Ben from Tennessee. So he
Where in Tennessee is he? Oh, Thrifty Trotter, West Tennessee. Okay.
I forget the town. I just drove there. Now I'm totally blanking on the freaking
She
name
thinks
of the
my
town.
tractor's sexy.
Right. Got free karaoke tonight, people.
Free karaoke, man. He's outside of Jackson.
That's right, Jackson. So I went there There was a bin store there too, but it was like one of the Amazon bin stores. And I found a whole bunch of jerseys there, but I thought they were all fake. I don't know enough about apparel to know if it was real or not, but I figured it was fake because it was at an Amazon return pallet place.
I would think so.
So
Stitching.
Touched them, they were real, right? They weren't like fake.
No, they looked kind of fake, but no one else was grabbing them. I figured if there was a whole bunch of real jerseys for $10 each, people would be buying them.
Just like my Supreme back there that I found at the bins that nobody else took.
Yeah, that's usually a good sign if no one else is taking
I
it.
just thought I was lucky.
Stitching, lettering,
Mhm.
sewn in tags. You can tell by those things.
Or just don't sell clothes. That's what I do.
Yeah, you can not do that too. Big Trot coming to
Yeah.
Nashville in April.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, we'll have some fun out there.
I think he's coming Saturday, so he's at least gonna meet us at the bins, I hope, and maybe come hang out after. It'd be cool.
Come
If
hang
you
out.
if you can come Friday, try to come Friday night for the beginning of the meetup.
Other than the pre-meet and greet deal, the game terminal where we're going to be is going to be the bomb. Trust me. And the party after that, right, Jefferson?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna party at your hotel room though. Like, how big
Yeah,
is
we are.
the room? It must
Yeah,
be
we are.
teeny though. We probably have more room here in the basement.
Well, we can
Yeah.
party wherever. I mean, I don't care. I mean,
Dude, if they've got a pool, do they have a pool?
yeah, I didn't look for amenities. I just went with it's across the street.
Okay, well, we'll
They got
do
a
it in the
parking
hall.
lot.
I don't care. We'll just roam the halls, man. Just
Hang
make it a
out.
hall party.
Get you guys kicked out, and then you end up sleeping in the basement anyways.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
you
right. I
got
got a
kicked
rental
out of
car.
your-
We can sleep in the car.
Well, you know, I have been thrown out of places a number of times.
All
you
right.
get out of here. Not really. Come on.
I'm
Yeah, really.
I'm
Yeah, me
fast
too.
forwarding to the find of the week.
Okay, Alex, keeping us on track. Good deal. Find of the week. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Get out your microscopes. We got
microscopes. What'd you find? Something really small?
No comment. Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
This is Jurassic Park first edition, but it's a signed first edition.
Cool.
So the last sold comp on a signed first edition is $750.
Wow.
And that one's signed not to somebody. It's just signed.
No,
right?
yeah, it's not signed to anyone.
That's good.
That is good. Michael Crichton, wasn't he the director and producer of the television show ER?
I'm not sure.
Is that the same Michael Crichton? Because
I
I
don't
loved
think
ER. You know,
I don't
back in the
think so.
90s, man, that was the bomb television show.
The bomb, is that the word of the day? Like
The bomb.
Pee-wee's Playhouse, and we're supposed to all scream when the word of the day. Bomb.
The bomb diggity.
Yeah, I don't think he wrote that or is a part of that, but
Okay, well, it's a Michael. How many Michael Crichtons can they be?
it's funny because this was on my personal collection, like bucket list of books, just to find a hard copy of it for my personal collection.
Yeah.
And I found one, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and then I found signed first edition. So
Have you got that listed?
nah. So here's the deal. I can either set it on my shelf and wait until the next Jurassic Park movie comes out and list it for $1,000, or I could list it now and I'll probably list it at $650 because of the condition. I think I'm going to put it at $650. But someone did tell me, Max actually said you could wait till the next movie comes out and you'll probably sell it really quick for $1,000.
Well, poll our audience. How many of you think he should go ahead and list it now or set on it and wait for another Jurassic movie, which I don't think we know if and when that's ever going to be. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't know.
let us know. Should he go ahead and list the book and sell it now, or should he set on it and wait? Chad says wait. That's one.
If my wife's still here in the chat, she's probably going to say to list it.
Woody says sell it. So we're 1-1 right now on opinions.
But how long? That could be a year, right?
Yeah.
So if you get $650 and then you reinvest that in 650 books, or no, 1,300 books,
Yeah.
Tina
you'll
says sell it.
probably make more money.
Mary says list it.
Bethany, just keep listing.
Keep
I
listing.
I can keep listing, but do I need to list that book?
Yeah.
Get the money.
Get
it.
the money.
Make that money.
List it now. What's the difference? See, there you go,
like,
man.
the difference is like maybe $300.
Yeah, but you're only doing that. If you do not list it, you are now hedging everything on pure speculation.
Yeah.
Versus if you list it, you're going to make some money on it, no doubt. So you're going on a long haul speculation call.
Yeah, I don't even think it's going to sell for $6. I mean, it's a guaranteed $300 book. I would probably take no less than $300 for it.
And you have how much in it?
Let me weigh
50
it real
cents?
quick.
Well, the bins,
could-
isn't it 50 cents a book?
It might be like $1.25, you know. I don't know. Might be £2, something.
So at your bins, you pay by the pound for books?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. See, my
50
bins, it's 50 cents.
It's 59 cents per pound.
Okay.
Metco, the ambassador.
What
Hey,
is
hey,
up,
buddy.
Mike?
Good to see you, brother.
How's
First
it going,
time
Mike?
you're on a live that I'm on, and you're in the chat. I like it.
Send a link to Mike.
Hey,
Yeah.
so this isn't the find of the week, but I have a question about books because I was at the bins, paid 50 cents.
Mhm.
This is there's nothing more. It's a religious book from 1950 something. On eBay, it's like $60 book, but they
Nice.
all have the slip cover. How much do I lose because I don't have the slip cover?
The average sold comp is what? $60?
Yeah, 55. Yeah. There was a couple on auction that went cheaper, but I would say it's a solid $50 book.
I would undercut everyone like only $5 without the dust jacket. You'll
Okay.
probably lose like $10 though.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
that's all right. I mean, I paid 50 cents for it.
Yeah.
And there's 3 listed, and I think like
What is up, Archie? Yeah.
it's got like a 67% sell-through rate. So
See you, Tina.
I mean, it could vary depending on the book, how sought after it is, you know, and highly collectible. It could be a $50 difference, you know.
it's a cool book. It's about
Archibald.
the Blue Army, and
I would list it. Yeah, I would list it around $10 cheaper because of the dust jacket thing.
Okay, thank you.
The Vegas extraordinaire, Mr. Biscuit Butt himself, has entered the room. Wait a minute. Is it a dust jacket or a dust cover? What is it?
Dust jacket, dust cover.
Dust jacket. That's what I always heard.
Yeah, I always call it dust jacket. I never said dust cover. There's a dust jacket, and then you could put like a mylar cover over it, which is if you ever see a clear cover over the dust jacket. So that protects. It's an extra protection. It's like double wrapping it, right?
But
so
is
it's
Sometimes you got to do that, especially if it's special.
yeah.
But here's the thing. You know how I feel about books, and I'm not trying to be smart alecky about this.
Yeah, that they're worth nothing. That's what you
But,
think about
but,
books.
but since it ain't worth anything yet because you ain't got it listed to sell. But anyway, here's my point. Does dust really hurt books that you got to have these covers on them anyway? I mean, come on, it's dust.
But yeah, I don't
You
know.
know?
It protects the actual book itself.
I mean, if they're not sitting in a room where you're doing a lot of painting the walls and ceiling, you splatter paint everywhere. But dust ain't going to hurt these books, so why should that hurt the value if it don't have a dust cover? Hold on.
Because it's part of the book. It does hurt it hurts the value. I mean, a reprint of a book hurts the value too, compared to just a first edition. There's a big difference when it comes to book collecting.
Oh, this is a first edition too.
Yeah. Okay. So now, thank you, Mike.
Woo! Thank you, Mike.
Ben's mom will appreciate that $10. Sorry. Okay, you have to go back and look at those sold comps and see if they're first editions. So now,
They were.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying if the book sells for $50, but it's a second edition, you have the one up on them because it's the first edition. All these things add up, right?
Yeah, I'll go back and double check. I just the dust jack. I almost said dust cover because he's gotten in my head. That's the thing that I was thinking that made a big difference. So.
Mm-hmm.
So you any book like $10 less or 20%.
I would go like $5 to $10 under the going rate. Not saying you're gonna get that much, you know. Depends. Dust cover. It's a piece of. It is a paper sheet that wraps around the outside of the book or booklet. It protects the book covers from damaged dust jackets. It is also known as a book jacket, dust wrapper, or dust.
Wow.
How many different variations can you say dust jacket?
Yeah, well, that's true.
A
Hey,
wrapper. Yeah.
You need to go back and read Archie's comment to last week's show because he said he was watching, and when I referred to Jefferson's funny britches,
Yeah.
he spewed out his water or something. Anyway, don't ruin your britches.
Yeah.
It's britches in the South. Here's
I
another
heard-
definition from Don.
I heard he spit out his water and flooded his house.
Yes, that did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did you already
Archie's
read
like
that?
too soon.
Too soon, man. Yeah, you already read that, right?
It's the same. I think it's the same thing.
And guess what? It is usually more
Oh, no, that's
decorative. It's more decorative
Yes,
than a
it is.
dust cover. Oh my gosh! Look at that! Oh boy, come on! We got to give one for Mary. Give her a blowhorn.
right.
That's man. Woo-hoo. Thank you, Mary.
You might be able to pay for your StreamYard this month, Ben.
Man, that's so gracious. Thank you, Mike and Mary. We appreciate it so much.
Archie said too soon.
Oh, we got to say hi to her Mary's grandsons, Thomas and Elijah. They're here with her. Thomas and Elijah.
How's it
Hi,
going?
fellers.
Thanks for the heads up. I'll keep it PG.
Yeah, good job.
Do you go by
you guys ever
Granny?
found, like Legos?
Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah. So at the bins, toys are 59 cents a pound. So I ended up getting 2.5 pounds of Legos. And there's a bunch of little guys in there too.
Oh, that's where the money's at.
I know.
You can make sure to look up all those. What is up, Chris? How are you doing?
Chris is in the house.
Chris,
Tell me, Mary, tell us, do they call you Granny, Grandma, Nana? What do they call you? Because I don't see you being called Granny.
I think
That's
you should
kinda-
go with like Gigi.
Speaking of Christmas, because he sells cards, and I think Jefferson, you were talking about the channel, the Cardboard Hunter, or whatever that guy's name is. Wait, I have it saved. I'm in the middle of
Yeah,
one of
the
his
cardboard
episodes.
hunter. Yeah, he goes
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, no, I started watching that last night. I don't even like cards, but it was still really
Interesting.
good and interesting. He was buying a whole collection for like 12 grand or something.
Good grief.
Well, the guy
There's a lot
wanted,
of money in cards. All of my cards are worth 42 cents, but you know.
and you
What
rip
is
them off and sell them for $2, huh?
Exactly. Well, yeah, you know, if you need that card, you need that card.
What is
But-
the Bush joke?
Which one? Oh, the one from last week?
I want to hear the Bush joke again since Alex ruined it, Archie says.
I ruined the Bush joke. That was Jefferson's joke about light beer.
Well, you
Bush-
had the punchline. You got it, right?
Yeah, I didn't ruin it. I just knew what it was.
He just knew what it was. He's smart.
Oh,
Not just pretty. The man is smart.
Say the joke.
Yeah.
Say the joke again. What was it? I won't say the punchline this time.
What do you call a country girl who shaves her genital area? Bush light.
Bush light. I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there you go,
I
Archie.
don't know if that was worth re-saying.
So they call her grandma, guys. They call her grandma because Granny sounds old and she's youngish.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy, man. I'll tell you what, I really miss doing these lives just
You know,
because of the.
Yeah, but Ben, just think about your age. Like at some point, your grandfather was your age right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
when you were little, and you thought, "Man, that dude's old as crap." And then you
That's
get to be
true.
like 52, and you're like, I still got 40 years left, but I haven't eaten right and didn't take care of myself. Maybe in the 70s, I might have done a little things I shouldn't have done, you know. But, you know, we all hope.
Well,
True
yeah.
that.
You guys relate to all those statements,
I
especially
had a
the,
new grandchild
the
this year.
diet
This,
one.
on Sunday, I had my
Oh,
Really?
that's right.
or seventh grandchild.
Wow.
Oh, that's
7.
awesome.
I lose count. Well, I have like a couple adopted ones and stuff. So
Oh, that's cool.
Do you have your pants on?
no, I'm naked from the waist down.
Oh gosh,
I told you I'm gonna whip it out
No,
on the
we-
line. No, I got my
we,
pants
we,
on.
we really didn't need the pictures last night. That was just uncalled for, Jefferson.
Totally.
That was not a picture of anything. It was nothing in the picture.
It
Maybe
looked like a scared turtle.
It did. It gets scared.
Okay, that was TMI. I apologize for that right there.
But
Anyway.
it was a snapping turtle, goddammit. It wasn't a box turtle.
Oh my goodness, you don't never know. Hey, you want to do the sale of the week, or what do you want to do here, fellas?
I got a couple that I'd like to talk about.
Well, let's hit into
have
this. The sale of the week.
Let me pull them up on eBay real quick.
Oh, we haven't got them ready. I haven't got them ready either.
I'm never ready.
I ain't either.
It's like we haven't been doing the show for a year or something. What the heck?
Talk amongst
My eBay's
yourselves.
still suffering. I'm not going to, but I have nothing to show. I did sell a $9,000 motor to a guy at work. But
a motor?
Yeah, I work for an auto parts company.
Okay, here we go. I'll go with this one. I'll go first here real quick. Okay, kids. This is a lot of 13 die-cast hot rod NASCAR cars, but they're 24 karat gold plated, which you think would bring a lot of money. Sold for 41 plus ship. Then you take out taxes, fees, all that yin yang. So around $35, 38, something like that.
Nice.
Not bad in a bunch of die-cast cars. All right. What do you got, Alex?
Hold on. I'm going to share 2 here. Well, I'm going to share 3.
Okay.
Take that. All right. These are from that 127. They're inside those boxes. So I took an offer for each of these. I had them listed at 100 each, and I got 90 for each of them on these old Macs. Do you guys ever watch Mac? I feel like this is from the MTV show. I think it was called Liquid Fetish. They came on super late at night on MTV, like maybe in the 90s. I don't know if you guys ever watched that. Nope. So what we had, $210 for those 2 books together. What else we got?
There's money in books. I would have never imagined.
One more here. Bible. This is Easton Press Bible. I picked this up at a library sale for $2. So I took an offer for $190 on this one. So not bad for $2. I mean, yeah. I broke the rule and I spent $1 extra on a book. I usually don't like doing that, but I figured I'd pay $2 for this one.
Well, yeah.
So I picked up about maybe 20 of these Easton Press books for $2 a book. That was a good one. So that was this week.
That's awesome, dude. All right. You got any more?
Well, no, I'm not going to keep sharing. I have a lot, but those
Check
are the best.
This out.
Okay.
2 fish were swimming in the lake and one hit concrete. The other one said, damn.
That's a dad joke. That was funny.
That is a funny dad joke.
I don't know, though. Would he tell that kind of a joke on his channel?
Oh, you're talking about Chad?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. He's probably going to steal it in the next episode. He's going to throw that out there.
Do you guys, Alex, you probably remember this, and I don't know, Jefferson, if you even saw it, but Chad put out a short early last year, where he was in his backyard with a shotgun and he was shooting and blowing up plush dolls.
That's cool.
It was classic. Love that thing. He hasn't blew anything up lately or shot at anything lately that I've seen.
Yeah, he needs to get back to shooting things on his channel. His channel will really blow up if he starts blowing up more things.
There you go.
Hey, we want to welcome in Michael Cutler. Good learning this eBay stuff. Try to get as many tips as possible to be successful. Good to see you, Michael.
Don't drink when you're listing. You end up selling stuff wrong. That's my tip to you.
I'm not.
Well, don't drink to excess. I mean, no more than a fifth.
No more than a fifth.
Hey.
Cha-ching King, what's going on?
Cha-ching King.
He has gifted 5
No way.
memberships to the
Wow.
Reseller Locker Room
You are the
podcast.
man.
I hope I got one so I could finally watch all the behind scenes episodes we never put out.
I met him at the.
Thank you, Scott. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Every person I meet that's like, "Hey, man, explain to me how to do eBay," I say, "I got the place for you. Go
Yes.
watch Ching King." He takes,
Yes.
And when I first
yeah.
started 3 years ago, I definitely sucked in all his knowledge I could.
I did too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's like, "Oh, do this, do this, do
Especially
that."
on shipping.
Yes, except
You know?
for paintings, because he's buying his boxes at like Home Depot, which I did, but they were like $23 for a box. But
I always refer people when their sales suck. I always say, go to James. He'll explain what's going on eBay
yeah,
and why you have no sales today. But tomorrow you'll wake up and have $500 worth of sales.
Don't get me started. Yeah. Anyway, the readoption agency selling full-time on eBay for 23 years, right? Did I get
think
that right?
Close. I think you missed it though. It is I, James, whatever his
Yes.
last name. 23 years of selling full time on eBay, and then the adoption, whatever agency.
Readoption agency, which I'm not real clear what exactly that readoption agency means unless he talks about buying stray products or items and taking them in to resell.
I'm pretty sure it has to do with animals. Like,
Readoption agency?
no, rehoming whatever you buy to somebody else's home, so it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
It's not like adopting dogs.
It's not like adopting pets.
I don't know why. That's what I think about, because
Maybe he has a hookup in Ukraine and you can get a kid pretty cheap. I don't know. That would work out. What?
Jeez.
We're war torn.
We didn't put a warning on this live. We should have.
That wasn't bad.
Hey,
I'm trying to
Ben,
keep it cool.
edit that out.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's live now, sucker.
Oh, you can't stop me?
No.
Why did Frosty the Snowman get excited at a yard sale?
I think we can. I think I
saw
can mute him. I can mute him though. Anyways,
Did you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, say it, Jefferson. Say it. Why?
He saw a $5 snowblower. He saw a $5 snowblower.
Oh, snow. Okay.
He's Frosty the Snowman.
Warning, not a warning, not a Frosty joke.
I know. That's how I was. He wasn't getting that crazy.
There's plenty of gifted people in this room. Let me tell you what, man. Lots of gifts going around in this area. But yeah,
What is that?
Frostbite.
Frostbite. Yeah, that is a problem.
so I have to talk sports for just a second. I mean, we are a locker room. My Mighty Vols in the men's basketball made it to the Elite Eight, but we got put out over the weekend. And the men's basketball of Tennessee has never made it to the Final Four, much less a national championship.
Really?
Now, the women, they got put out as well. They, of course, under the leadership of Pat Head Summit, has won numerous national championships, and they've also been put out of the women's tournament, which kind of stinks, but the Vols baseball is still rocking number one.
So Pat Summit is the girl coach, correct?
She passed away.
Okay, I sold her book. I had a signed book by her.
Nice.
That's why I know that name. I'm like, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I sold her one of her books before. And that's all I got.
Here's what Scott says. No, I'm not gifted, but my mom always said I'm special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we did, Archie. Go back and watch previous episodes, sucker.
What did Archie say?
Have we ever had Scott on the show? We have.
Yep.
It was a great episode. Absolutely. We got 28 people in here, gentlemen.
We're rolling.
With my 5.0, with my rag top down so my hair can flow.
My favorite car was a 1989 Mustang GT that I had to sell after I had my first kid and ended up with a Lumina van. And this is a
Lumina van?
No, I was broke. I
Got a
bought it
hand
after I
fan.
graduated high school in '91, so I had no credit, and I was paying like $700 a month for a car, and insurance was crazy. And then all of a sudden, I had a kid, and I ended up
That
with
was
a
the
Chevy Lumina. That was
that
like
was the it was a van that looked like a torpedo. It kind of had a
it was kind of
pointed
cool. I would
nose.
love to have one of them now. I think in time, it'll be like the van that's like kind of cool because it's older. Like, but at the time, it wasn't cool. I was very upset about that.
You were poor. Were you living in it down by the river?
No, I was living in a trailer in a trailer park. No, actually, but that kid, her parents had a 4-car garage, and I paid to build a whole, the top layer. I built it into a apartment for us, and we lived there for 3 months, and then she couldn't get along with her mom, so we ended up in the trailer park.
Is that a question? You want to put me live? Is he asking to come on live? I don't care. I don't know if that's what if he's saying that.
Yeah, if you want to join us, come on in. I put the link in the chat. Come on in, Mike Death Pile Pickup.
Woo!
Which, hey, Alex
Yeah.
or Jefferson, you do this because you locked this down. Tell the viewing audience who's going to be joining us here in the locker room next Tuesday of next week.
I don't want to say his name wrong.
He's from the UK, so he's across the pond.
Yes. What's the guy's name? Ricky. Ricky Resells. It's one of the people I really dig. He's got a great attitude, and he waits till like maybe 20 minutes in before he says his first F-bomb, but he does bring him out, and I like that about a man. You know what? But he's got his kid, and the thing I like about him is he buys stuff, and he's like, yeah, I paid £1 for it, then I could probably get 5. Well, that's my way of thinking, right? 5 times your money, but only on $1. I like it, And he has, I really dig him. We were talking, and I'm like, I'm going to shoot a note to him, and he was like, yeah, I'm in. So next Tuesday.
And what's his name again?
Ricky Resells. He's from the UK.
And Mike is backstage. I thought he said no.
What up?
Woo, Mikey.
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
No, I was talking about the invitation. I was talking about the invitation to us. Like, is this going to be like y'all were inviting us to a live?
No.
We were just feeling. We had an idea of just recording an episode, and then if you guys were down, maybe in like a month to go on that.
Mike, I sent you another Instagram giving you the date and time for you.
Yeah, I got that. I give you a thumbs up. Yeah,
okay.
Everything's fine with that.
So let's update everybody. Towards the end of this month of April, we are going to combine forces and have the Reseller Leftovers podcast guys join us here in the locker room.
Hold on. I'm going. There you go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had y'all playing in the background, and it's going on my phone. It's like 3D obnoxiousness. I mean, go ahead, Ben. Sorry. That's not what I mean.
It's all right. So the last Tuesday of April, be right here. Tune into the Reseller Locker Room podcast channel, where we're going to have all the guys from the Reseller Leftovers podcast join us here in the locker room. No telling what's going to happen on that show, and I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
In all fairness, it's 2 guys and 1 girl now, because we brought Dan back, and he's just a little whiny baby girl.
I didn't think you're going to break that news here.
We talked about it during the Dibit Raid Train earlier today. On the giveaway thing. I kind of wanted to push it out, but yeah, tomorrow Dan is coming back.
Nice.
See, Reseller Locker Room podcast is in the house. There you go.
So we're going to have 3 or 4.
Oh wait, that's y'all. I was like, who the hell am I thinking Leftovers? I get y'all confused with us.
But hey, you know what? It's going to be the Reseller Locker Room and everybody formerly known as Pocket Change, because they stole my name.
Wow.
I can finally confront them.
You can confront them.
No, I don't care.
Mike.
I don't care. I'm just kidding.
I didn't do that. It's my stupid camera. Come on, camera.
Oh, technical.
It locked you out, man.
Yeah, see, man.
Okay, show's getting crazy now. Now that this guy you see who's in the backdrop here?
I don't have a way to add anybody else in. I only got a room for 4.
Oh no!
What?
You can't add them?
You look down below.
You can't change the layout because we only have it set
This
to 4.
is crazy. My camera going ape shit.
Well, Mike, I wanted to ask you while you're here.
Hold on, Woody.
Are you? Boop. I don't know what happened to it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I know.
Are you coming to the Nashville meetup, Mike?
I am now. Yeah, decided this past weekend.
Great.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I just I go up to sell up there in Virginia and kind of hang out with Kevin the week after. I usually go up a few days early, so I was going up Tuesday, and I was, my goodness, I'm just gonna have to, like, I don't know, I'm gonna murder this camera. My gosh.
So if Woody can hear me, we only have our thing set up to go 4 as much on this show for some reason.
We got it.
Oh,
there he is.
Hey, Woody.
I can't even get this damn.
What?
I don't know, Mike. That's why I can't believe you came on here and you're doing blackface. This is messed up.
Well, if anybody was gonna do it,
yeah, that's true.
Gonna be me.
Woody, are you in the shed there?
I
don't know if Woody can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear everybody. Yeah, I'm in the shed, the cabin.
Nice.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know how the hell y'all wouldn't be able to do more than 4. Y'all are probably like the king of the threesome, foursome. I imagine like Crossville, there's a ton of space docking going on. It just makes it easier, like when you're passing accoutrements around or something. I don't know.
Hey, we want to welcome Southern Vermont Vintage on eBay into the locker room. That's a new one.
Yeah.
And Mike's got an update. Mr. Metco, over 200 people at Nashville. So yeah, it's going to be a record number of any meetup that I've been a part of.
It's going to be big.
Wow,
that's what she said.
It would be so cool if all of us getting hit in the head with a bar stool from Morgan Wallen, and it's just this massive reseller lawsuit. That's my goal. That's what we need.
I'd rather hit him over the head and tell him what real country music is, but that's just my opinion.
Did you see him walk off of Saturday Night Live before it was over? I thought that was pretty cool, dude. I thought that was a champ move.
I didn't see it.
I have not watched Saturday Night Live for like 10 years.
Well, I don't either, but I just saw they were talking about it on the news. At the end, they say their good nights and all the cast smile and hug and congratulate each other for conquering the airwaves for an hour. Well, when they said their good nights, he just immediately walked off into the audience right past the main camera, and everybody's gone through a loop about it. I don't see what the big deal is.
Archie thinks I'm going to sing a David Allan Coe song, and I ain't doing no, because you go too far back with David Allan Coe, and I got
a hate crime, not a hate crime, but a hate speech violation on TikTok because he was playing in the background.
Really?
On one of my shows, and it got flagged.
I know you can't. If you can slip some of the old stuff by on eBay, I imagine it's going to go for like stupid, crazy money because there's people out there that are still like that. I mean, for those of y'all that aren't familiar, David Allan Coe was super, super racist. Like back in the day, like none other, and did not give two craps who knew it.
He had some great songs. Awful songs.
Yeah,
awful great songs.
You never call me by my name. If we go to karaoke, I'll sing that.
Of course, that I'm talking like further back than that.
I agree.
Josh, we want to welcome Josh Galt. Josh is in here. Welcome in, Josh. Good to see you, buddy.
What's going on?
I'm gonna give Woody some time to shine.
All right, Mike.
I was just confused. I was like, I don't want y'all to put me live because then it's just gonna make everybody uncomfortable. Y'all are gonna lose subscribers. I'm gonna lose subscribers. We're gonna manage to get Trashy Cash canceled. And
we got faith you can control yourself.
Yeah.
No, we want you here. I think I speak for myself.
Seriously, Mike, we look forward to having you and your guys on the show here towards the end of the month, buddy.
Same here, brother. We will see y'all then. Everybody here, y'all take care.
Thanks,
all
Mike.
right, buddy. Thanks.
Talk to you soon. What's going on? Can we even this out?
I can.
I feel like I'm
kind of confused. I was actually running a double thing, so I was getting reverberation.
You had the show going in the background.
It's fun when you run a double thing.
It's better now.
It's a weird layout though. I'm like sitting on your head.
Yeah, but you're above me.
Don't do that.
Now he's below you.
Me.
Now he can poke up.
And Ben is that way. See, everything's backwards, and then Jefferson is that way.
Yeah,
See, I got
you're
it.
that way.
All right, so I see you. What do you have all your racks set up? So are you back listing on eBay and full time again, or what's going on?
No, spring came, so I'm having to kind of do the yard thing, and surprisingly enough, the yard sales haven't been really cranking up here yet. But I do have a list of the next 3 months yard sales, or actually they're townwides. This next weekend we got a townwide to hit. There's 3 different cities, so we're going to do that. And
that's the Oklahoma 500, isn't it the 500 mile or something like that?
Oh, they got 100-mile one. I'll shoot you a list of it, but it's a lot. It's a bunch. It's a page and a half of townwides, and I'm going to try to hit every one of them just to kind of get restockpiled. Right now, I'm trying to move out old inventory and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the poop loop. You're going to hit the poop loop, son.
Yeah.
Alex, are you going to do karaoke Friday night? Yeah, we're going to do karaoke.
Come on.
I do not do karaoke.
I think you could sing "Raining Men" really well. Raining Men.
So listen, I played in bands. I played in bands for 20 years, and I was anti playing even cover songs. Like, I don't do karaoke. I don't play cover songs. I'll play original before I do karaoke.
So bring your own sheet music, and we'll let you sing it.
Yeah, I'm going to do karaoke, man. I do it every Friday night up at my Moose Club.
I
That's how you broke your leg. What was it? What'd you break?
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm the only one that can get hurt while doing karaoke, but that's because I give 110% to my performance. I can say that.
Yeah, I can say it too.
Yeah, I just do. But yeah, tore a meniscus in my leg doing a karaoke song.
That's right. I totally forgot. Yeah.
Well, everybody at the Moose reminds me every Friday night. I can't get away from it.
I would too. My wife says that I need
21.
to do karaoke. Someone needs to record it. Why don't you get a babysitter, wifey, and come with us on Friday night?
Yes.
That's what we should do. Come hang out.
Necco's going to do his best Frank Sinatra impersonation at karaoke.
I bet you'll do good.
And
I don't know what I would sing if I really did do karaoke.
But that's
I've not seen Josh do a video in a while. Have you guys seen him do a video in a while?
No, just on lives.
Okay. Anyway,
at least he's doing the podcast though. So once a week he's got a video coming out.
Okay.
He's
only if you sing to Bethany, I'm
pretty sure Josh is on a podcast with the 5 o'clock Shadow Picker, right?
Yeah.
You're going, Alex. Here's the song. You're going to sing to Bethany. You're going to sing.
Is that the one they brought back?
You'll never find a love like mine. That's what you're going to sing.
My KKK took my baby away. That's a good song. Ramones.
Hey,
I'm sorry. Larry's got good songs.
Jefferson, what's in that cup? Tea?
Yes.
Ice water.
Ice water. I'm just trying to keep my throat well hydrated.
Yeah.
It's Henderson's vanilla whiskey. If you ever get a chance to find that, it's delicious, man. I found it at the liquor store. I tried to show them last night. Apparently, I showed too much leg when I showed it. I don't know. They were very upset.
Josh makes a good point down here. He is the 51st state picker now.
Nice.
Where is he from? Puerto Rico?
No, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
You heard Trump trying to change Canada to United States?
Make it the 51st state.
Do you think that's going to get done or what?
No. Come on.
We're not going to get political.
They don't seem about it.
They don't seem into it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm interested. We'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, they legalized pot there. That we won't do that. So I mean, they're more progressive than we are. It's crazy.
I love Canada.
Me too.
What about Greenland?
Canada.
Except when we're playing hockey, and I'm all about beating them.
Greenland's full of ice and Iceland's full of green stuff. That confuses the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I didn't understand why Alaska was so cold and Hawaii was so hot because they were always on the map next to each other in the room.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're right next to each other on the freaking map.
Yep.
Right.
Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ben, go ahead.
I was commenting to Archie, asked about my daughter Zoe. She's doing good. If you came to the Nashville meetup, you would get to hang out with Zoe Plush. She's going to be at the bins for sure and come over to the game terminal on Saturday until like 7 o'clock until it turns to a bar. She'll be hanging out for sure. All right, go ahead,
Woody.
I don't think I'm going to make Nashville this year. I wanted to, but I just don't think it's going to happen. There's too much going on still here yet. I just got my security system installed, and the wind blew my ladder over while I was on it almost. And
did you film that? Is that coming out soon? You fall?
Not yet,
falls off the ladder.
Well, I had a leak, and I don't want to run my sheetrock and insulation. So there's no flooring here yet. And I haven't quite decided whether I want to go with like a laminate or a carpet or what. Probably going to go with the laminate because of the dirt. But I want the leak stopped. And to be sure the leak stopped, I have to leave the flooring out to make sure. And I think I got it fixed. But
I think you should put laminate on the bottom, but make sure you do carpet art on the walls.
I agree. I think, you know what?
Bring that back.
If you're leaking, get blown on a ladder, right? I'm with that. Yeah.
Shag carpet on the walls or something.
I think I'm only getting a few of the words.
Woody, it's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, it's fun, and I enjoy watching you guys, and I watch you all the time. I might miss one, have to catch it on the rebound, but most generally I'll catch you.
Yeah. Every time I see you, though, you're on a tractor.
Well, yeah, I did a lot of box flooding the other day, so yeah, I'm on a tractor doing something goofy. I'll be weed eating. I was cleaning dog crap up today, so
that's an eventful life in Oklahoma, bro.
When I called Ben earlier, you're about to do yard work too, so I'm glad I don't have a yard anymore.
Yeah, I did mow the backyard, but yeah. Well, anyway. Here's Don.
Don flipping.
Has anyone seen the recent findings on the Egyptian pyramids? Yes, I've seen that.
I haven't watched anything, but I heard something about finding water underneath it. Is that what he's talking about?
It's these giant columns that's got copper tubing, like some kind of power source or something. I don't know.
Copper tubing? They land the spaceships on them. Haven't you seen Stargate?
The Egyptian meth heads are going to go steal the copper wiring and sell it.
Exactly.
Now they know about it.
Stripping it out.
I didn't hear about that. I heard something else about someone went down.
I saw a picture of it and I didn't click through.
Hey, that song is what I hurt my leg on. These boots are made for walking.
You were singing that?
No, I was singing backup to a lady that was.
Okay.
Got a little rambunctious.
I want to see you sing.
Apparently, the boots you had on were not made for walking.
No, they weren't.
Or the running slide. I think you did the running slide is what happened, right?
Well, I lifted my left leg up to stomp the ground and extended too far, apparently. And anyway, that's such old news. That happened last August, for gosh sakes.
I know, but the memories are funny.
So you should do more lives because I think people find it interesting. At least that's my perspective.
So you mean you don't find the show recorded interesting, but you do the lives?
Well, no, I do find the recorded one interesting. I just think the interaction with the audience, I think they enjoy it.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, it's fun every once in a while. I mean, we have the last time me and Ben did a live, we were on Mike's channel, right? That's the last live we did.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time we went live on here.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do one once a month. Maybe we'll talk about it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, might do that.
I like it.
Milkman Goodies. Ben, can you say purchasing shipping label? What?
That's his little catchphrase now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Purchase shipping label.
He's going to try to clip it and put it in his video. Don't say anything, Ben.
Chad, you're a freaking mess.
Spending money on shipping labels. There you go. We're not going to.
Chad, I do like your Chevy truck, though. I think it was a Chevy.
What do you mean he's going to clip it and use it in a video?
He's going to AI your face and make you say shipping label or put your, I don't know. Chad.
Purchase a shipping label.
That's going in the next video. He's going to put out a video about how he sold nothing. And he's like begging people to buy a purchase label when he had a 0 day.
Woody, tell everybody where they can find you on YouTube.
Well, you can find me on 2 different channels on YouTube, but at Reselling with Woody on YouTube and Another Venture with Woody on YouTube, which is starting to kick off pretty good for some weird reason. Takes me that long to do one, and it is hitting. So I like it.
Nice.
But yeah, and then you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot.
All right. Alex.
Yes.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Beard King Picker on all platforms.
Oh, wait a minute, fellas. I'm sorry. I have to apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, not only on screen, but in the chat, that our one and only bearded one on his channel went over 1,000 subscribers.
And that was 1,000. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
The video just hit 10K.
10
views.
grand.
That's awesome, man. That video's hitting good.
So what I want everyone to do that's in here watching this episode, even after the replay, go to the Beard King Picker channel. Is that still the name of it?
Yeah.
Subscribe to Mr. Alex.
Well, the Book Dust Media always throws me. But anyway, go check out his channel. He needs watch hours to become fully monoed. So he doesn't have his shots yet. So go over and help him on watch hours so he can get mono.
I don't want mono. I don't want to see.
To get monetized, he needs watch hours.
I don't want all my shots. Did you say shots?
Yeah, get your shot for mono.
But I'm an anti-vaxxer, so I'm not doing that.
Okay. Yeah, me too. All right, but yeah, congratulations, Alex. It's been I know it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge for you, and I've been with you for over a year and know the struggle, and that's an accomplishment. So absolutely, we're proud of you. And again, I want to tell everybody, go to his channel, pick out some content that he's putting out. Great stuff. You won't be sorry. Go check him out. Give him a sub. Give him some watch time. We would appreciate it.
Watch this, guys. Since he said I have great stuff, did you watch my video that took off, Ben?
I did.
He didn't really watch. He's lying.
I did.
He can't stand
Put it on in the background.
He's like,
and just
books. He
let
thinks all my sold comps are fake, that no one buys books.
I do not.
I didn't watch
never.
I'm trying to figure out what
I've never said that.
He just makes it. I just make up sold comps and throw them up. This book sold for $1,000.
Yeah, he's real good with that AI stuff.
Anyway, on a serious note, Alex, congratulations, brother, and you've earned it. You've earned it. So I meant to say that at the top of the show. My apologies, and I got to get back to used to doing lives since I don't do videos on my channel in a long time. So yeah,
aren't you coming back to YouTube, man? You told me today on the phone you're buying a camera. I'm like, what are you buying a camera for? You don't do YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to enter back in on the Rocky Top Picker channel after Nashville. I'm going to record footage while we're at the event. And after Nashville event is concluded, I am cutting off all this hair. Facts.
Wow.
Facts.
Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting till after Nashville so people actually?
Well, I'm afraid that if I shave my head, nobody's going to know who I am when I get down there.
We should do it on camera.
Yeah. So anyway,
Mary's crying in the chat, which I expected.
Yeah, don't cut it off.
Why are you going to cut it? Like, you're just sick of it, or?
Alex, it can be a lot to deal with.
But it takes you 45 minutes to get ready for the show. I think
you're always late. Ridiculous.
Whoa, wait a minute now, sucker. I'm always the first one here. You guys trickle in, and I have to send you timing reminders. Hey, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
You're the first one there because you're the one that sends out the invite. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
but we're clear in our discussions of when we're going to do that, and then y'all wait till the last second, freaking me out. But
wow, we want you to freak out.
I'm going to cut it because it's hot in the summer here. It's miserable, and I'm tired of putting my hair up, and so I'm cutting it after Nashville.
Yeah,
Rubber
pigtails,
bands work.
the pigtails were a little much.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw mine out.
Pigtails
Give me
don't
a
work.
bandana.
Well, you're gonna put some of that footage you should film all the behind the scenes stuff for this channel on your camera.
Yes, I can do that. But if you've not checked out my channel, go check it out, Rocky Top Picker.
I think you should do some normal videos again.
Well, I'm not doing what solds anymore because here's the truth.
But think of if you'd have done a video on all the presidential dolls, that would have been cool. I'm sure a lot of people would have been interested in that.
Well, yes, I'll do it on fines, but my what solds, honestly, people don't really care about that. They're looking for information that helps them further their business, and maybe going with you to find exciting stuff like the presidential things that I found. Mm-hmm. But what you sold, hey, that's money in your pocket, not mine. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, if you watch Chad's What Sold, he sends you $1, I think.
Yeah.
I watched it 49 times. Where's my money?
That's bribery to buy from him, by the way. He likes to bribe his buyers. He will get a watcher and say, I'll give you $5 if you buy this. And he'll ship him the $5 when he buys the item. So he bribes all his sales. That's how that happens.
That makes sense.
Well, he sends greenback with so many orders, right? Like every 6th order or something.
I think he sends cash on every order, Woody.
Does he add that into the cost of the product?
Yeah. No, I just take sexy pictures of myself and put them in the packages.
That's why you get all those returns.
Yes. Yeah. I get really bad reviews.
If
nice, but I'm not sure what that bear was doing in there. Yeah.
If I were to do a monetary gift in every buy that somebody bought from me, I would put, if they're one that lowballed me and I ended up selling it to them disgruntledly, I'd put 9 pennies in it, which says you're not worth a dime.
Oh.
That's what I would do. But Chad, he puts 20s and a couple Benjamins here and there because he's a bribeist.
Put your store name in the chat so we can go buy something and win that $20. I'm gonna buy all your books, but he doesn't sell books. He only buys board games.
We should ask Wolfman how his mother's doing because she's kind of been a little rough, I think, lately, and he's been pretty deep in rubber boot deep and keeping up with that. That's speaking highly of him. I mean, that takes a lot of work what he does.
It is. It's a lot of work. Hey, Anthony, Dragon Master Finds is joining us.
Anthony,
what's going on, Anthony? Anthony, if you just came in, we're going to be doing a raid train in the Crooked Spine tomorrow, starting at 7:00. So when you bought that book from Shane, I really thought that he sold you a first edition Godfather, which was a $2,000 book. And I was very upset about it that I didn't get it. I literally called him. I'm like, that wasn't a real first edition. That's a $2,000 book, right? He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, dude, how are you going to run a $2,000 book for $1? Anyways, I couldn't sleep for 2 days. That's all I could think about was that book until I talked to Shane and made sure it wasn't the first true original Godfather.
Here's an example of Chad. He is the payoff guy. Buy from him, he'll pay you off. There he's promoting his eBay store.
Okay, it's just Wolfman Goodies. Cool.
Yeah, he wants to sucker everybody in so they can buy board games and cheap looking hats and weird toy stuff that he finds on the curb out there in the hills of North Carolina.
He finds on the curb.
I mean, he looks very organized, folks, on his videos, but I'm telling you, this guy's a hack. He's a hack. He's just a hack. Anyway, that's enough of that. 'Cause I don't want to inflate Wolfman too big. He's already big enough. But anyway.
Yeah, he's got a big head.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, now watch him show up at a meetup bringing a shotgun. That's what he does. He sits around.
Did he get one taken down? He got one taken down using some kind of a shotgun or something on there.
I thought it was a toy gun he showed on a live or something, a BB gun, I think.
Oh, it was alive. That's what it was. Yeah.
It got flagged or something.
Yep.
All Chad's toys vibrate.
Nice. What was that address again? No, sorry.
What was that? What was that store? Go check out Chad on eBay Wolfman Goodies.
Wolfman Goodies. I'm gonna. Yeah.
And then, of course, if any vibrating toys, he can collab with Alex on his Playboy live selling shows. You can sell any adult toys in that particular live selling show. Alex is so excited about doing those live selling shows with his Playboys.
My wife is literally sending me Chad listings on the phone right now. She's sourcing. she's saying I can buy dad jokes. So he's got a signed. Who did you sign this book, Chad?
Yeah.
Dad Jokes 2024, 800 dad jokes signed by Wolf Goodies. He did. Oh my gosh. Did you put out a book? Wait, you just signed it?
See how big his head is?
You signed a book. What? You signed a book that you have no part of, though?
He if you don't get cash money when you buy something from him, you're going to get his autograph. But if that is not big-headed.
He didn't write the book, though, did he?
No, he don't write he couldn't have wrote that book.
Where's that?
This
I got
right
his
here.
autograph right freaking.
It looks like a zombie.
Look at this book. That's
Chad. That's Chad on the cover. Look at him.
He did
Yeah,
write a
it
book.
is.
Big mouth.
Right there. See, you said talk about signing.
Yeah.
See it?
Did he sign that sticker? Look how conceited.
Oh.
Good Lord.
You know, I have a signed sticker, but it's actually from Reselling with Woody.
Oh, okay.
What is wrong with people, man? Dang.
I don't know.
This guy signed his stickers.
I did
That's
sign
cool, though.
some. My old ones I did. Not the new ones. I haven't signed them.
All right.
If he really did a book, I will buy your book if it's signed. I don't know how much the book is, though.
Alex,
Bethany ordered that book.
Mary
Alex,
says she can't even breathe. We got to give her.
Alex, he didn't write that book, Alex. You know better than that. He's from the hills of North Carolina, son. He can hardly read, much less, That's why he reads those simpleton dad jokes, because anything more wordage wise, he can't get it out.
Okay, here's another one. He's got not one signed book by him, but he's got two. He's got the Ultimate Dad Joke 501. It's signed. He didn't write it. Someone huge, whatever his name is, wrote it.
Look, the mentor and coach is in the room, Alex.
He signed the book.
He signed that?
He signed the book under the author's name.
Oh, my God.
That's great.
That's fraud.
Plagiarism.
Who's in the chat? What did you say?
Apex Jeff.
I know. But, I thought you said something different. What's up, Jeff? How are you doing?
Jeff. Yep. What's up, Jeff?
Isn't that
He's got a good name.
That's your ride to Nashville right there.
Ben's a rock star.
He's going to be less a rock star when you cut your hair, though.
That's right. It's coming off, baby.
All your groupies are going to cry.
I'm going to take sections of my hair and put it in the Rocky Top Picker shop for merchandise purchase.
It's a rock star.
I'll buy some. I'm going to make a voodoo doll.
But anyway, well, I don't know how much reselling we accomplished in this live episode, but it sure has been fun. How about you?
Started out strong.
This is what happens when you go live. Everything goes off the rail, but it's fun, so it doesn't matter.
I've been listing DVDs. How boring is that?
What DVDs are those?
I don't know. This one, Ruth Rendell. There are a lot of
paper gold. Okay, now, we were talking books. I was talking about this first. Ben told me that we make up all our sold comps, Max, and books really don't have as much value as we say they do. So
he's lying, Max.
He's like, stop.
But Michael Crichton did produce ER, and he did write that book. I'm pretty sure.
I was selling DVDs while I was listing them, and I hate listing DVDs, but they were
Well,
selling
who
them.
sells DVDs anymore?
Me.
Woody? Why?
Because I just sold one for like $30 or 20 something. I don't know what it was. I mean, and we got a quarter in a box of like 200. So,
some DVDs
you know,
go for good
Well,
money.
that's a lot of good fucking information. I mean, yeah, I sold the one for $30, but I don't know what it is.
Well,
I don't remember.
We need to know what it is so we can look for it.
I have to
Listen.
present it.
I delisted all my DVDs, lotted them up in lots of 20 and 30 and sold them off because to me, it was wasting my time listing them singularly.
No, I'm grouping them up.
DVDs is kids.
Oh,
DVDs.
wait a minute. I've got to address something that's been said.
I like the comments going down.
Ben's been hating on books. Let me put it clear to you guys.
Haters gonna hate, Max said.
I don't hate books. I just hate the fact that they bring good money and I can't get interested in cultivating them and selling them. That's what I hate.
I know you're mad because you can't read. When we get to Nashville, I'll teach you the alphabet. I promise.
Great to see you gentlemen. Best looking group on YouTube. It is April Fool's, so thanks, Max.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
It is April 1st.
I did sell a $190 book, so we did talk about a little bit of books today.
Mary sold a book on Poshmark during this live. Well, good for you. We're so proud.
So if you hit the like button, you sell another one.
Don't poopy in your britches.
What book sold on Macari, though?
Poshmark.
Oh, Poshmark. Books on Poshmark. I never would have thought about that. I canceled my Poshmark a while ago, so.
Look at that. Yes, I am not a wall climber. If it don't come easy, I ain't doing it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Good golly. Mary's saying, hey, well, I'm leaving.
Dang, Ben,
Oh, Mary, come on.
leaving.
I didn't think anything sold on Poshmark because you got to share your clothes and stuff. That's kind of weird.
You got to share your closet, and Ben wasn't ready to get out of the closet and share things.
Dude, I ain't sharing my closet.
I'll share my closet with anybody. Anybody wants to really stand,
That's right,
bring them to
Jefferson.
Nashville, they can have a run at them.
That's too freaking weird. I ain't doing it.
It's a click of a button.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mary's
Chad,
really leaving.
is he coming to Nashville? Is Chad coming to Nashville?
Not that I've heard of. What is the best for business isn't always best for you, Ben. These are all directed to Ben, though.
I know. I know.
Max wants to come back and talk about books. You got to let him come back on.
Well, you got the schedule. You can schedule him anytime.
It's been, it's been about 3 months, right?
I don't know. Jeff's right. Nobody wants to look in my closet. That's right.
Nobody wants to look in Ben's closet.
No.
What's in there, Jeff?
Look, my wife's finally happy we're talking about books.
Book talk. Yeah, here we go. I'll see y'all later.
He's gone.
I'm kidding.
Now he's going on and whatnot.
I think it's great that you can sell books and make that kind of profit. I think it is. Now, do I have an outlet? Do I have a Ben's outlet to get crap for 10 cents and 50 cents? I do not. So I'm not going to spend my valuable time looking at a bunch of books that are boring as crap to me. I can't do it. I see too many other shiny things. That's where my attention's going.
Estate sales. Lots of books at estate sales.
All right, Alex, yes. Don wants to know how many books do you actually have? He has no bloody count. That's how many.
800 listed on eBay, 320 Amazon, 5,000 unlisted. More unlisted than are actually listed. Got a lot of books for live selling, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow night at the Crooked Spine on the District app, 7:00.
I'll be there.
This is a red marker moment. That's what Mary said. Ben did stunt doubles for Bret Michaels during the 90s. Am I wrong? Yes. Chad, there are so many things wrong with you. I can't have enough time to even tell everybody.
Man, Ben is fired up tonight.
Ben's red marker segment, huh?
It's foul. he's just foul. You look up the word foul, and there's Wolfman Goodies right underneath it. Foul.
Yeah, Jeff, did you see? I don't know if you saw the Bible I sold, the Eastern Press for $190 for the sale of the week.
I saw that. And I looked up some of those books.
What, Eastern Press?
Yeah,
they're high.
Yeah.
What about Weston Press? They produce good books too.
Not as good.
Eastern Press. I mean, some of that stuff's going up. If you get a full collection, I think it was going up like $6,000 and $7,000. It was stupid money.
Yeah, to buy a whole collection of Eastern Press.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I actually found an Eastern Press yesterday at the thrift store, though. I was mad because I came in there a little late and someone had another one in their hand. I couldn't tell what book it is. The one I got was like a $24 book. Still cool, though, for $2.
So Eastern Press is, you kind of drawn my interest towards that, right?
Well, good. Y'all can talk about it another time. Thank you.
Hey, Max, just to let you know, I got like 500 new subscribers that are all interested in selling books because it was a book video.
yeah.
So we did find 500 new people that are interested in learning about books. So we'll have to do a live stream, not on this show. You got to come do a live stream with me and do a Q&A because Ben doesn't want to talk about books here.
Alex, who does most of your listing?
I do. Why?
Because she says they're fun to list, but she's not speaking from experience.
No, Bethany was talking about listing Eastern Press books. So
Okay.
when my wife has time, she helps me list. And hopefully starting next year, she's going to take Monday off from her job and start listing on Mondays for me. So,
Oh, that's right.
And I only pay her in books, and she's completely fine with that.
That's an awesome plan, man. It'll be a lot more productivity. That's good. Okay. Are we ready to close this out? Because I'm like,
I want to hear more about books.
okay.
Dragon Master's talking about books now, too. The book called When I Got Diabetes. Letters to Chase.
Since you went on to this subject, we've dropped about 7 viewers.
Oh, goodness. I think it was your rant and no one wanted to get yelled at anymore.
Oh, no, dude. I've been eyeballing it. When the subjects change, I watch the trend.
So what subject does better? When we make fun of Chad, it goes up, right?
Pretty much. You wait till I see that little turd in person.
Oh, that's funny. Good night,
Anyway.
Max. I'll see you Thursday.
This live and all the comments are just for fun. They do not express the true views of anybody on screen. We want to thank you for joining us on this episode of a live locker room. Be sure to check us out each week as we drop a new video every Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. And gentlemen, do you have anything else to say? Woody, you can go off screen now. We're tired of looking at you.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody, take it easy. I appreciate you guys having me on here, and have a good night.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on, Woody.
See ya.
See ya.
Legal talk.
All right, now we're going to get down to business.
Wait, what? He's still backstage.
He's still here.
We want you
to talk about him.
We want you to tune in every Thursday at 9. We've got a great lineup of guests the rest of this month, actually, right, fellas?
Yeah, we got it set up, man.
So we have the UK reseller. His name is
Ricky.
From across the pond next Tuesday.
Is that his YouTube channel, Ricky? Just Ricky.
Ricky Resells.
Ricky Resells.
Then Alex, who do we have the week after that?
No one.
Okay, you have us 3. And then the week after that,
we might have Joe. I'd flip that. It depends with his schedule. I've been trying to work it out with Joe, so hopefully.
And Joe was in chat earlier. So Joe,
he was.
Yes, you need to come on the show. And then at the end of the month, we got the Reseller Leftovers podcast gentlemen joining us here in the locker room. You don't want to miss that episode. We're not going to go live because we're going to have a lot to talk about. You'll have to watch it later.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Again, Congratulations to our good buddy Alex for his personal channel, the Beard King Picker, hitting 1,000 subs. We're proud of you once again, my friend. Thank you to all of our paid subscribers that has joined the locker room at the $4.99 and the $9.99 a month level. If you want to join as a paid member, hit the join button down below, and you will be a part of the locker room in a upcoming show as well. And keep her straight, and we can't wait to see each of you next time right here on the Reseller Locker Room.
Books
Night,
will be
everybody.
destroyed.
Books will be destroyed.
Fahrenheit